now listening to the Eels Cool Google.
Nicky looks like he's had a fucking tough week.
Yeah.
Alright.
You look like you've aged, babe.
Aged.
Yeah, you look like
You look like you've been working outdoors a lot. You got a nice tan.
I have aged.
If you got younger, I'd be more surprised. Yeah.
I've aged a year. It was my birthday last week, man.
Oh, happy
Oh.
birthday!
What did you do
What'd
for
you
your
get?
birthday?
2 seconds. I think I've touched it.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, we're
has,
back, baby.
Has Nicky got a fucking mic stand?
No. I've got a makeshift mic stand.
Oh fuck me! Don't
Oh, they
show it
make
to
an
me.
olden mic, is it?
I know, it's just literally on top of like a thing of stand drawers, like.
We've gone from a tumble dryer to a chest of drawers.
Yeah. Little plastic, like shitty Wilco ones.
Yeah, great.
It's on them. I was going to buy a mic stand, and everyone would fucking knock it on the head, so I didn't bother.
I know. Well, I spoke about knocking on the head, and everyone wanted to do a podcast again.
Well,
Can't let it die. You have to. It's how civilization ends. People letting things go.
it's the world's end, like.
Well, we'll have to continue forever then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's going on then?
What is the fucking latest? Nick, is this our first podcast since Bloodstock?
Yeah.
We get to tell fucking Rob about our adventures then.
Oh, yeah, go on. 'Cause all I know,
And-
I've seen a video of Dylan walking through a field full of people dribbling. Look at that, look at that.
Woo, woo. Is that constantly in my ear? Woo. It's like
Nick,
I was
you
with autistic kids again.
you can turn your gain down a little bit again.
I mean, he's an
You-
autistic kid anyway, so.
Yeah,
Your microphone technique is now impeccable. You write up on axis, like, I'm fucking proud of you. I get to hear your voice as opposed to the reverberance of your conservatory.
Pay 3 shifts of being a sound engineer, see?
I knew I employed the right man.
Yeah, I know it all now. Yeah, yeah, Dylan was having a whale of a time. It was, I don't know, where should we start? Because it was just like...
You can turn the
Yeah,
you can turn
but
the
that's
ga-
the
you
first
can
thing he
turn
does.
you can turn the gain down a bit more actually.
Where do you want to start? Because it was...
The bus sounded tumultuous.
Well, no, the night before, staying at mine, it was the walk-in we had to do.
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. It was just... It was like I was on a fucking treadmill. It was just... It didn't seem to be getting anywhere. It was just like, kept walking and walking. I was like, I'm sure it wasn't this long last time.
We smashed an epic edible doing wings, and my mind couldn't take it. My brain couldn't fucking hack it at all. So we went to park Nicky's van in a private car park that I've got access to. And we were walking back from there. And then I got a message saying you need to park that around the fucking back. So we'd
Well, it was that
walk from-
weird guy hanging around first, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're gonna need to turn your gain down a bit more as well, please.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there. We should have done a sound check beforehand.
Right.
All right. So yeah, that's cool. It was just a bit clippy, a bit spicy. We'll do a little level check. Say something, Nick. Rob, can you give me one of those, please, for a level? Great. Yeah, there was this weird guy wandering around on his phone, wasn't it? And this car park is in like the middle of, well, it's like halfway down the bay in like the industrial area.
Yeah, it was, I thought he was parked there because there was a car in the car park. And then as soon as me and him turned up, he started like acting all shifty and like walked out to the car park, but was lingering around in like the building next door's car park. And
So we walked all the way from the bay to my flat, and then it was like, oh fuck, we got to go back there and move the car into a lockable area. So we walked all the way back. It's like 2 miles.
yeah,
So we walked all the way back. Okay, moved there on the back, and this guy was still there.
he'd moved on the back of the building this time, hadn't he?
Yeah, so he'd been there for like hour and a half, 2 hours, just on his phone. Nicky thought he was getting a hooker.
First of all, I thought he was either getting a hooker or meeting a hooker. And then when we went back to move the van, I was like, either he can't get one or she stood him up. Because he'd been there that long, like.
Yeah, he's like, I Venmo'd you the money. I PayPal'd it to you. Where are you?
Please respond.
You can't get robbed by hookers, man. But my immediate impulse was just like, let's start doing our drugs tonight, the night before the festival. And Nicky was like, no, we'll stay up all night and do them all. And I was like, yeah, we can get some more.
Yeah, that was Dylan's like catchphrase of the week. We can get some more.
We can always get more.
We can always get more. No, it was I'd say it was a good decision on my part.
Yeah, you made the adult decision there.
I made the adult decision there that night. Didn't make the adult decision at 6 o'clock in the morning, mind.
Next morning, adult decisions went out the window. I thought we were getting picked up at 11 a.m. Nicky was like, no, that's the return back. We're getting picked up at like 8 a.m.
That's fucking rough.
And I was there just with a brain full of like edible. I was like, oh, is it?
Yeah.
So
He wouldn't believe me either. He's like, no, I'm not having that. I'm sure it was 11 o'clock last time we weren't. I said it was 8 because I stayed home, picked everybody up, dropped everyone off, and then nearly missed the fucking bus from it. I had to run from Dillon's to the bus stop.
Where was the bus stop?
It's by like the back end of the museum.
Oh
yeah, you know the College of Music and
College side
Drama?
of it, like.
Yeah.
So last year I was running down the street past the uni, like looking for one of them fucking pay-as-you-go bikes.
It's like around the corner from Dylan.
Yeah, couldn't find one. You walk through Cardiff, it's fucking scattered everywhere. When I needed one, couldn't find one. And as soon as I got on the corner of the street, there was one leaning against the lamppost. I was like, fuck's sake. But that's all I had in my head was, I will roll it because it's going to look. It's like,
It
Nick's
looks
going to miss
sick,
the bus, Nick's going to miss the bus. And I come like pelting on the corner on a Boris bike.
If you showed up on a fucking e-scooter, I'd be howling. Fucking, can I hear? I need a hero in the distance.
Hang on.
Why
lost
hang
it
on?
then. Yeah. I'm sure the way you took us was like longer than actually like walking the roadway instead of through the streets.
Yeah, thinking about it now. Well, the way we walked back. So the fun started at 6 a.m. We had fun on the bus.
So the night before, I separated what we had into like a little bus stash.
Mm.
And then so I was like, right, this is going to be enough for us. Like,
it was supposed to
Wait,
be.
don't do this much on the bus, okay?
Yeah, we can only do this much. Yeah, we can only do this much on the bus.
Bear in mind,
Like a lunchbox of drugs.
bear in mind, there was supposed to be 3 people, so it was 3 people's 4 days worth of drugs. Yeah. So it was supposed to last 3 people 4 days.
Yeah, but for you two, that's fucking Santa's sack. It's ridiculous.
Well,
We had so our bus stash was gone by the first fucking services. Yeah.
yeah, well, it was when we picked up in Newport. Oh no, we picked the people up in Newport, and I was like, I'm gonna have to slow down.
Yeah, we're gonna have to slow down. And then we showed up. Yeah, we made it to Newport.
We hadn't got out of the country.
And then we got to the first services, and Nicky was like, "Do you reckon you'll let me get in my backpack?" And then I was an adult. I was like, "No, we need to chill. We need to calm down." So we got in. We got our tent set up, and then we got there, and I was like, "Right, I got some other drugs to go with our drugs." So we started doing them, and then it literally got to like 7 p.m. on Thursday, where I was just laying face down in the tent, and Nicky's laying there in his little bedroom, and it's like, we've just done 3 people's worth of drugs.
How the fuck did you put that tent up? It's the most complicated tent known to man.
Oh, it's easy as fuck, man.
Like
Me and
20 poles in it.
Me and Nicky flew it up in like 10 minutes.
Fucking hell. That's
Smashed it
impressive.
up.
Yeah, but when you're sober, it's quite difficult. But when you're on a
Nah, me
Thora,
and Nicky, yeah. But it was just like
Like
7 p.m. and it was like,
different. That's what it is.
yeah,
you be stage builders, fucking hell.
grafters. But it was just like 11 hours in, and it's like, we've done 3 people's 4 days worth of drugs in 11 hours. And we just lay there. Go on, Nick.
I passed it to Dylan, and he was like, "Is that the first one?" I was like, "No, that's the last one." And he was like, "What?" And I just looked at him. I just looked him dead in the eyes. I went, "Well, when it's gone, innit?"
So we'd done all of our drugs and come down from them, and we're just lying there like,
What
right,
do we do now?
I think what was it? I think we've spoiled our holiday.
Spoiled the holiday.
Oh, we've spoiled our fucking holiday. So we were laying there moping for a while, genuinely moping, and then it's like, right, should we try the shrooms?
The ante.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. I
So-
thought we'd done a bit too much of other stuff for that to
So-
be
effective.
as effective as it was. Fuck me.
It was
really
effective.
Everything just went mental. Went mental from then on till like the day till we come home.
Yeah, that was shrooms are the way to do it. Shrooms are the
Yeah.
way to do a festival. Just combine shrooms with edibles. Like, you don't need cocaine. Ketamine, yeah. Speed would have been nice in the morning. A little bit of speed to wake you up, and it's like, oh, I don't need to spend 30 quid on food now.
Yeah, it's cheaper than a cup of coffee, but
Yeah. Cheaper than a cup of coffee, and it lasts 10 hours.
yeah, it lasts all day.
The drug connoisseur's guide
I
to
like-
festivaling.
So, the shrooms, though, I was like, so we took like a couple of stems and a couple of caps.
No, it was Dylan was on Google trying to Google what would be an effective dose. So then he started picking them out of the bag and he was holding them in his hands. Like he was like, "Oh, says here about 3.5 grams is an effective dose." So he put like 3 mushrooms in each hand, and he was just like looking at them, trying to see if one felt heavier than the other. And he was like, "I'm sure the mushroom's about 1 gram there." I was like, I don't know. Depends how big the fucking mushroom is. He's like, "Oh, that's a good point." So
How
really
many
good
grams
point.
did we have in the end?
We did? What? Well, we don't know because we didn't measure them.
Yeah, but how much did we buy?
An ounce,
How much is that?
28 grams.
28 grams.
Fucking hell.
It was supposed to be enough for 3 people. But me and Nicky did like a dose. I think we did 3 of them. And then,
Big ones, like.
Yeah, three big ones. And then as we started coming up, we took another 2.
Just to make sure.
Yeah, just to make sure. And then it got his fucking grip on us. Oh, it just held us down, but...
We were sat there in our chairs, like a couple of fucking children. Just had our backs turned to the friends that we made when we set up camp, had our backs turned to them. We were just watching people walk past. And we just kept looking at each other, just absolutely like, not even laughing or giggling, just screeching at each other, like, like just uncontrollable. And then just like, I'm going, woo, fucking hell, woo, woo.
And then there was... So once we got used to the first 3 we did, then the second 2, we basically doubled the door, started kicking it, and it was like, fucking hell, it's got me.
Yeah. And we were just sat there, just like talking absolute shit at each other, just laughing our heads off. And like somebody walk past, and they'd be like, they wouldn't have a face, or just like fucking, yeah, just all that mad shit. And then I looked up at the tree, the broccoli tree, we'd call it, and all the branches like started moving in like sort of like snake motion. And I was like, that's fucking wild, that is.
Fucking fear and loathing in Bloodstock.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, these fucking 2 people just appeared from nowhere, just started attacking me and Dylan. Just wrapped their arms around us. It was speaking to us, and I just didn't know what even language was. So we just sat there and went, this ain't happening. And Dylan got into fight or flight mode. He was like, get off me.
You know what happened, didn't you? People were walking past and I noticed 2 guys who obviously were off their fucking tits. What to wind you up knowing they couldn't fight
The
back.
funniest point of that night was fucking Dylan going, you sat there like that, this bloke walked past, and the 2 of us just like nodded at him, and he looked at Dylan and he went, bump.
No, he said,
was it? Granddad?
Like,
Something like that. He said,
all right, Grandad.
all right, Granddad. And we just looked at each other like, did you hear that? And I looked back at the boy, and he just gave me, that proper like cocky like head nod and wink, like, yeah, I did that. And I just fell back in my chair crying. He went,
You just granched me.
you can't granch me, I'm on holiday. And then we just kept shouting at each other. I paid £200 to feel like this.
Well, it's like then we went over and played with the neighbours' fairy lights for a while.
Yeah, they were cool.
They look beautiful. They were stunning fairy lights. The people that attacked us, they were Italians. So the Italians just came and attacked us. They were just like, they came out.
I couldn't figure out what their language. I couldn't pick it up. Like I couldn't pick up their language. I don't like French people, and I was like, if he's a French people, I'm gonna fucking fight them. Like, get off me, Frenchy, like. And they were like, oh, you're Italian, leave him alone. I was like,
it was so overstimulating. And they were playing fuck with us. I was like, it got to the point I was like, I'm 3 seconds away from booting off now.
Yeah.
I was just about to stand up and go like, no.
Is this bottle necessary?
And then it got to the stage then the grass got scary for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the neighbours called us over there, like, why are you 2 sitting over there? Come over here to join us. And then we just looked like absolute retards because they were so sober. Like, none of them drank or did anything. They just had us 2 sat on the floor, like, just like a couple of absolute freaking Zoidbergs, like.
So we had 5 of them, and then I was just like, I reckon we need a safe 7. I reckon if we eat 7, we'll be safe.
Yeah. So we had 7.
We had 7. Wait. Fuck yeah.
But then from then on, it was like the next day I did them, and it just wasn't as strong. It wasn't. It was good, but it just wasn't as fun.
Yeah.
No, I was having fun, but it wasn't like what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like that, but it wasn't like that again for me. And
the second night we were laughing at the idea of having a corgi dog and naming him Wank Shed.
Yeah, that's what. Didn't he?
He showed up. Was it Friday or Thursday night he arrived?
Friday night.
Friday night. I was getting ready to go to bed, and then offered me some drugs, and I was like, "Oh no, man, I think I'm alright for now." And he goes, you know what I'm gonna do, then? And I was like, "No." He goes, "Well, you're a fucking pussy if you've done, you know." And I was like, "It's a rigger."
Ah, right. A rigger
with a hard R.
With a hard R. Works for. You'll meet him at festival season next year. Probably, I'll introduce you. He's been my friend for a good number of years now. And he showed up and he offered it, and I was like, "No." I was like, "You can't get me with that."
Child is you.
And then he was like, "Oh, the kid's you."
Oh, don't run.
There you go. Half an hour we lasted that. Oh, the camera's off and all.
Oh, the camera's off. And I moved him for a while.
So we just see through the door in. Count in. Let's listen in.
Yeah. Oh,
the camera rolled over and it's dark now. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
He's got a proper light. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got a light and a little camera holder.
Fucking hell. Are we looking at the ceiling or the wall? I don't know.
Ceiling, I was.
Fucking hell, he's soundproofed his roof.
Yeah, It is better than just straight up glass roof, isn't it?
Mm. Hey, Nick, how are you?
Was that situation resolved? Oh, cable have come out and everything.
His mic's gone. He can't hear us.
Yeah, his mic's gone. Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back. His mic's gone again.
Oh, man. Talk, Nick. Yeah, I can't hear him. Fucking wild this is.
It's just, most people, they just plug the mic in and it works.
It's because he's on a phone. Adam gave him a laptop.
Itself.
There we are.
I guess it mutes when it unplugs or something.
Everything. Do you see it all falling?
Yeah, the whole situation fell over.
As I was getting shot with a water pistol. Yeah, sorry. Carry on.
No, you talking. Let's talk about.
Yeah. So he said, so he was like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to do this on my own, and if I overdose, it'll be your fault. I was like, as soon as you've already racked it
That's
up.
the perfect thing to say to Dylan.
Yeah.
He will join in.
So we did that. And then the next day on Shrooms, decided to join in on Shrooming with us. And of course, me and Nicky had built up a tolerance, so we were just munching just handfuls of them at this point. Just inhaling handfuls. It up. And then, to be fair, I didn't have to call him a pussy once. He just kept up with us.
Yeah, it was because I'd say I was a bit more sober than what he was, and then the two of us were probably a lot more sober than what he was. But it was like literally, I could see like a switch go off in his head where it was like he was on our level, and then he was in the penthouse after that. There was no going further because he was
The Italians got him.
Yeah, he was saying stuff, right? And his accent changed.
What's his normal accent?
Well, he's English, but I know, well, he's from like Middle England. But then he started speaking like he was from like the 1900s Middle England. He was like,
he's travel time.
Yeah, like, he was like an extra in like Robin Hood or something like that. The way he was speaking at one point, and I was like,
"Come hither!" And
he's like, and he said something, and I just looked at him. I was like, "What the fuck are you on about?" And he was like, "I don't know. What?
He was going through his past lives.
Absolutely nonsensical he was.
Yeah.
So we all wind down and go to bed. We got told off for our neighbours for being too loud that night, but that's a story for later. Story for later, we'll get into that later. But me and Nicky are lying there, and then we just hear the most fucking gut-wrenching, visceral spewing I've heard in my life. It was loud spewing. And Nicky goes, is that...
And then, Dylan was like, no, that's not Greg. It sounded like it was too far away.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was in the tent like next to us, but it sounded like it was a couple of tents away. And then I could just say, you were right. And then, because we're in England and we're surrounded by English people, I just couldn't pick his accent up or anything like that. So I was like, nah, it's not. So the next morning, we like walking past his tent, and we're like, hey, we want to lie in you. And I just, and we were like, fuck, dead. Yeah. I've seen his missus like later on in the afternoon. She was like, oh no, he went home. And I was like, what? She said he woke up at 5:30 and started saying somebody poisoned him.
And talking about dragons.
Said something about a dragon, and I went to be sick in the tent, and she was like, get a fucking bag. And he like managed to just get it sick in a bag before getting out of the tent. And I was like, that's fucking wild. Imagine waking up with somebody's poisoned the well. And I'm fucking, oh no, there's a dragon. That is exactly, when she said it, that is exactly the role that played through my head. Like, you had that voice on, and somebody's poisoned the well. And then like, fucking, the well has been poisoned. Quick, my constituents have fucked me. Yeah, quick, wife, get the bucket. We were like, oh, is he coming back? And she was
well, chaps, I fear this is my time.
And we asked her, and like, is he coming back? And she was like, oh no, he's got a really bad hernia, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got a hernia, and he's diabetic, and he's apparently if he starts spewing, he's fucked.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh no, yeah, it's like, oh no, we've killed.
Yeah.
We can't kill. So yeah.
Well, to be fair, he did threaten to kill himself with an overdose if he didn't help him. So you know, it was destined to be. It sounds.
The same night, I'd pumped up my airbed, and Dylan hadn't done his, like rookie mistake, like I'd done mine as soon as I got back to the tent. Dylan's like, fuck, I gotta pump my airbed up. I have never in my life heard anybody make such a fucking noise blowing up an airbed. Right? He was going and he's blowing it.
What did you say, Nick? You said, what are you filling that bed with? Fucking screams.
I said, no, it's roll over. And I opened my door and went,
imagine the last day
fucking shut up, you noisy cunt. I said, we're filling an airbed up with fucking hate. And he just went, what? And then he was trying to blow his airbed up. He's like, I'm trying to do it without making a noise. He's just kept going. We're honest to God, man. The boy spent the whole weekend sleeping on a bed full of hate. Sounds like a Die Artist murder song, doesn't it? Bed made of hate.
Hate bed, like neighbors. Like I went over. So the next day, when I was still on shrooms, I went over to see how the neighbors were, and I was like, all right. And one of them, just this little dwarf guy with a beard, just went, no. Like, what's wrong with you? It's like you and your friends screaming at each other at like 4 a.m. And it's like, first of all, I immediately couldn't think of any words because I was on shrooms, and I just got angry, and I was like, well, fuck you then. And walked away, and I sat down with Nicky, and I was just stewing and ruminating on it. And I was like, I need to go say something now. I gotta go say something. Nicky's like, nah, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I got to. So I went back over there, and I was like, look, man. Problem is, shrooms fill you with all the empathy in the world, but I was still pissed off. I was like, look, dude, you're at a festival. You're not in quiet camping. And did you say anything to us? And he was like, it's like, yeah. All you had to do was say, oh, boys, fucking shut up, or say anything, and we would have been more polite. It's like, don't just lie there stewing, fucking being angry and not saying anything about it, you know? So I thought I was quite diplomatic.
Yeah, it was very diplomatic.
And you punch him in the face.
It was very diplomatic.
That was the shrooms. If I was on amphetamines, I would have just gone over there with a big stick and be like, I'll fucking show you inconvenient.
Just fighting him, like. Yeah.
But I was all right.
Yeah. I mean, decided to dose again, man.
Are we on about the last day, is it?
The Saturday, man. No, that was the Saturday where we upset him. It must have been Friday night. Man. He done one night there.
I think he managed one night. Didn't even manage the whole night.
We'd gone up, watch Malev, and you were just like, this is wild, I gotta go to the toilet, I gotta get some food. And then I got stampeded by like the record.
Yeah.
There's a video of you in there on the official fucking website.
Yeah.
Sat in a chair at the edge of a fucking mosh pit.
Yeah.
Like fucking...
Didn't I come back as soon as all the carnage
Like Mufasa in a fucking wildebeest.
So I went off to the bar. I bumped into some friends. They bought me a drink. I came back, and all I see is just a trail of carnage. Nicky sat there just holding my chair that's now just ribbons and metal.
He was like, Dylan just turned up. It was like a scene from a comedy
the edge of a black hole.
There's been like a massive brawl, and then somebody walks in and is like, what's happened? Like, what's going on here? Like, everyone's just like,
it just looked like Nicky.
He got trampled. It was like disabled people on the floor. It was just, it was absolute carnage, Dylan.
It looked like Nicky had grabbed my chair and decided to try and kill as many people with my chair as possible. Yeah. I come back in the grips of some shrooms. It gripped me so hard that day. Came back, and it's just like, what have you done to my chair?
Yeah, it's
society made it that way.
He was like, what have you done to my chair? I was like, Dylan, it was a stampede. I tried to save it, I promise. He was like, you had one job. You had one job, and what have you done? You had one. Yes. All right. He's like, you had one job, but look after chair. Now you got no chair for the rest of the weekend. It was just so happy. Yeah, I went home and I had chair, but
yeah, we did take some shit. I have
Sean's gone out. Yeah, Sean's gone out now. She's playing. We're going back to netball.
How old is she playing netball?
But she's nearly 6 foot tall. She's good at netball, is she? She used to play before we first got together, and it kind of like fizzled out. But she's back on this like
health kick or something now.
Yeah. Netball's a weird sport, and it's like one of those sports that are like made up in school, like rounders. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty competitively, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's odd to watch because it's just like somebody chucks a ball about really fast for like 5 seconds, and everybody stops.
Yeah, and
no one's allowed to move off their mark, and you're like, I'm just like rugby tackle or something.
It's like the school wanted to play basketball, but they don't want anyone to get hurt, so you say you're not allowed to move the ball. That's basically it.
It's like basketball, but for wimps.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I used to say that about touch rugby, but you watch rugby league, they're fucking mental on that. They just hammer the shit out of each other all the time to start fights.
Right, rugby league is like rugby and hockey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
just fight each other.
Can you turn the front of your mic to your neck? Remember, it's a side address. You don't talk into the top of it. You turn so put it straight. Yeah, now put it straight.
It doesn't know if I unplug it.
Right, you're still talking into the wrong end of it.
How's that?
That's the back of it. Now that's so loud that it's clipping.
Oh, imagine this on the Letterman show.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a guest on, it's just his kids on the side making the noise.
Kids.
The microphone's backwards.
The whole time we've been recording, that is how my mic has been, and you've been saying how brilliant.
Yeah, it's because you were looking at it directly, and then you turned your head, so you're speaking off axis. Right. So it could. There you go. That sounds good.
Okay.
Don't get frustrated with me.
I'm not getting frustrated, honest. Oh, speaking of frustrated, you were like a bloody woman on the time of the month coming home. I don't know.
Oh, coming home, I was mean. I was so horrible on the way home.
Yeah, fuck this guy. I can't wait to get home.
I don't know what. I just completely run out of happy chemicals. I was in.
We was waiting for the bus, right? And I said, I'm thirsty. I wish I'd brought a drink. I said, I could get to my spare cans of pop I got left there. Do you want one of them? She said, yes, please. He's lying down. I get a can of pop out, and I throw it to him, and it hits his hand. And he just sits up and says, Nicky, what the fuck you doing? I was like, "I'm giving you a can of pop." And he went, "Oh, sorry, bud, that was a bit aggressive." It's like I launched it at his face. I just like chucked it to him, thinking he was waiting for this can of pop because
I wasn't looking at it, and my hands were like that, just on my stomach, and I hit the back of my hands. I just went, "Oh, why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that?"
Completely overreacted.
Yeah. Oh man, it was like 100 times overreaction. Nicky goes, just throwing a can of pop there. I was like, that was an overreaction. Yeah, I do admit that.
I got that clip from Peep Show. You were supposed to get the turkey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. That's what I'm picturing.
It was a joke. It was a funny Christmas joke.
Oh.
Right, it was like, considering it was a 2-man trip, it was
Yeah, it was good fun. It was really good.
it was a lot tamer. Even it was still wild, but it was a lot like.
I think it's because we were on shrooms. It kind of limits the amount you can do.
Yeah.
The limits, because Sunday, the last day, it treated me in a completely different way again.
Yeah, it just did nothing for me on the Sunday. Like absolutely nothing at all.
In the
Do you reckon
Sunday,
each mushroom has its own different potency? It's like a random.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. There's no way
I was
to
eating the
accurately-
dust in the bottom and everything at the end. I was trying to get as much.
No one. There's the
I was trying to eat most psilocybin than mushroom, and I was just like,
Yeah. Honestly, like my first mushroom trip at Bloodstock years ago, the next day I tried to do anything, and the mushroom bouncers just wouldn't let me in. Just wasn't allowed in. And that's what happened. That's what happened to Nicky for the rest of the weekend. The mushroom bouncers just didn't allow him into the realm.
yeah, it was like
the Mushroom Kingdom.
it was like day one was my like the highest I could have got, and then by the time Sunday came, it was just like there's nothing left.
Yeah.
You've had it throughout.
You've had your fill for the year. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
you stuffed your face at the start of Greedy Pig. No, it's fuck all that. Like.
You've drug pigged. You've absolutely drug pigged. And you've ruined your holiday.
I was just eating the edibles then, and I just went to bed, and I was like, I was looking at the roof of the tent, and I was like, I'm so fucking stoned. It's like, and I know when I'm really stoned because I can hear myself breathing, like through my lungs. I can hear my lungs working, and I'm just like, and I was like, fuck me, I'm stoned. I'm really stoned. I had like a can of lager in my hand. I was just like, I have a can of pop. I just like started doing like sugary stuff. I was like, you can just do food.
No, do you remember that? It was like 5 a.m. and me and Nicky were like, I'm quite hungry. And I was like, I'm sure I can get...
trip.
Yeah.
Mentality.
we both agreed that we were hungry, and I was like, I need to go out and get something. And Nicky's like, it's 5 a.m, nothing will be open. I was like, I fucking bet you. I walked over to the other side of the final campsite, and there was a burger place open. I was just like, shroomed up. I got a burger. I ate it on the way home, and I had a burger for Nicky in my pocket, and I was like, there's nothing in this world. There's nothing in this world I want more than to eat Nicky's burger and just lie to him and say that I never found a burger. Showing up with sauce around my mouth, smelling like onions, going, I didn't find her.
What's that sauce in your face?
He had his leather jacket on, right? And he comes in and he goes, there's a burger van open, I've got you a burger. And he stood there with nothing in his hands. I was like, we've done it. And he's like, no, pulls out a burger. And it wasn't just a burger, it was a proper like double Aberdeen Angus, like a burger, and onion rings and all these like fancy sauces.
What a nice guy.
There was no fluff or fuck all on his cheeseburger. It was like it was like it had been delivered in a box.
Well,
So
I would assume
perfect. It was
I would assume the burger was wrapped in paper or something.
Nothing.
It was just a bottled fucking burger raw in his dirty pocket.
Yeah, so it had like it had a wrapper. It was like
you put a fucking burger that's not wrapped in anything.
In it.
It was the fucking.
And it was nothing. It was so like I found like a chip bag and cut the one side of it, so it was like
It was like half wrapped.
It was like that.
Oh,
When
right.
you opened it, it was just in like the paper that they put in to hand it to.
Right.
And it was just like the bloke had just passed it to me off the van himself, like fresh.
It was
And I
hot
like,
as well from my pocket.
As well. And I was like, what the fuck? We ever got that far? I was just lying in my bed and I was like, oh my God. This burger was the best burger I ever had. It was gone in about 30 seconds.
I was so excited to show him. I remember I walked in and he goes, how was that burger quest? No, it was the last week. He was like, how was the burger quest?
That was it, though.
And I was like, yeah, I got it, man. And I just heard Nicky in the tent go, oh!
I was just about to go to sleep as well.
Just looking at him, fucking absolutely dribbling from edibles with a can of lager and a can of pop in each hand. Just with his shirt off, and I handed him his burger. He just went like, oh. And I heard him, fucking, it was at some other event with the ghouls. I heard him describe to someone going, yeah, this fat cunt wanted a burger at 5 a.m, man. That's just fat mentality. I was like,
This is a group chat.
Christ.
No, it's a fat cunt mentality you come from. You lying there going, I'm hungry as I get. I mean, nothing's open. And then he was like, I'm hungry as I get. I mean, he went, I just really can't be asked to go and get anything. But I really want food. Like, if somebody brought me loads of food, I'd eat it. And he kept going on about somebody bringing in food. And I was just like, that is fat cunt mentality. Like, if you want food, go and get it. But it was like, it's 5 in the morning, nothing's open, you won't get food. And then that's where, like, you went on this quest. So anyway, after I ate my burger, yeah, And lying there, and we're both talking about how delicious these burgers were. Dylan was like, I really want another one. I was like,
He gets like
so I was
that.
lying there, and I was like, oh, is it? And he went, yeah. And he went, right, I've been once, go and get me a cheeseburger. And I was like, fuck you, you fucking prick. I was like, don't buy somebody something, then they have to buy it back for you when you ask for it.
It's not limited to food, that mentality. He had one shower at Carfest and then he had to have 3 more.
I just like to pig, man. I like to pig.
Pigging out on a shower.
Till we need an intervention. We need to indulge. You know, your indulgent bathing has gone too far. But no, it's like, Nicky was slagging me off, saying, fat cunt, or a burger of 5 hours. Like, I delivered to you while you were shirtless, wrapped up in a sleeping bag. I delivered a burger to you, and you thanked me, and you were like, yeah, I did.
Yeah. Abraham ventured out into the desert and returned with spoils.
Yeah, it was really great.
That's a good feeling, that is, though.
He pulled that cheeseburger out of his pocket, but and it was just like this golden glow around it. His burger had an aura.
Like a fucking
And it was
Krabby
like,
Patty.
yeah, it was just like he pulled this thing out of his pocket. It's just like the angels in the back are like, oh, as he was giving it to me, and I was like, oh my god, where did we find that? Like I thought if anything was gonna be open, it'd be like a proper like shitty burger van. Not like you just get like the proper like gristly, fatty burgers that have been there all day. It was a proper nice like gourmet. It was a good burger. It was the best burger of the week.
It was the best food I ate that week.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
No, look what it says.
What's it say?
What's it
F you,
say?
Nicky.
What?
F you, Nicky.
Get out there.
He's drawn a middle finger on a piece of paper.
Get out there. You're grounded for a month.
Hit him.
No.
Strike him down.
What's it the That's really funny.
Is it? Who said?
Don't tell your mother because she'll give her out because she told me off because I let you tell Dan that you was talking shit the other day.
I'm going to tell Sandra.
And close the door. What? Alright, I get it. Alright, I get it.
Fuck you, Nicky. You got paid off by your boy. Like,
Can you put it up in the van?
put it up in the van.
Yeah, alright, I sound.
I'm gonna put the neighbours.
I will.
You put the telephone for me.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Put 10 over him, 2 seconds.
Wild.
No, fucking hell.
Oh.
That boy is mental, man.
I can see where he gets it from. The 5 a.m. Burger Man, probably.
Yeah. But so much of that first fucking shroom trip was me asking Nicky, are you alright? He goes, I don't know. It's so
We'll
much.
find out.
Oh, but it was coming in waves. It's just like, it's not letting us go. It's just like non-stop. That first shroom trip, Nick, it was fucking... It didn't.
How long was it going on for?
Hours.
Like 5 or 6
yeah.
hours, probably.
Yeah, I thought it'd be longer than that. I thought
No,
It's,
shrooms only lasts 4 or 5 hours, so it's quite bearable.
Yeah.
But because we'd eating more,
Mm.
like we peak and eat some more, so when it started to like wear off, we peak again.
It's because we were pigging.
It's because we were those here, we keep our doors
drug pigging, baby.
Yeah.
We were drug pigging from day one.
Yeah.
Go on to dusk.
So, yeah, going back to the Saturday, Dylan's just having a whale of a time. I had to stand up and watch the whole of the carcass kick, and Dylan was just sat there, like, staring at the back of someone's head. And every now and again, he looked at me going, I'm on a great time. I'm on a great time. And then Carcass, they changed the back screen. So they had images and stuff, like lights and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And so when they went back to, like, the grindcore days, they proper, like, disgusting stuff. So there's just, like, all these images of, like, mutilated dicks and stuff just kept like popping up in the background like a bell end with like pus sweeping out there and stuff like that. Dylan, have a look at it. He stood up and he went, oh no. And, yeah, and he was like, we went back to the tent for a bit and I said, oh, I really wouldn't mind going to watch Architects because I used to like them and then they sort of didn't like what they were putting out anymore. So I said, I went back to see if they'd like play any of their old stuff because they're playing in a heavy festival, you know what I mean? So Dylan was like, yeah, come on, and I come with them. So
It's just at the time I was completely dribbling disabled at that point, wasn't it?
yeah. So it's like,
Nicky
come on,
was-
we'll be all right up there. We'll be all right up there.
Nicky was holding my hand places. I was fucking monged, but
So it was stood there watching Architect, and I was like, "Oh, fair play, it's all right." Like they had a fucking, they were putting on a good show. Like, and Dylan was like, "I need to sit down," so he just sits on the floor, like in amongst people, that's like stepping over Dylan together, and he had his hands like tucked under his cheekbones, just like fucking frantically staring at the floor. So I kept looking at him, I going, "You all right?" And he just looked at me and smiled, "Yeah, I'm having a great time." Like convincing me that he's having a good
it was
time.
really, really intense.
It
was
looked bad. It looked like he was in a bad way. Like, looked like he was like having a word with himself. But then he just looked at me like with a big smile and was like, "Yeah, I'm great."
He was 100%
So I was
focused
like,
on
oh.
not dying.
It was
That's
like
what it looked
really.
like. That's what it
was
looked like. It was like he was like, "I've done too much, but this is fucking."
Yeah, it was like really, really intense MDMA. Really like overwhelming. It treated me completely different than any of the other trips I'd been on. I guess because it's such a complex drug, and my brain is relatively complex. You know, it's like a 2-stroke engine. It's not direct drive, but it's a 2-stroke, and it's just I guess it just dumped a shitload of weird chemicals. Like, I was stopping myself. I was seeing people walking past, and I'd be like, I really want to touch their legs. Like, I really want to just grab these people's legs. And I was just that close. I was just a fucking hair away from just going, no, you can't do that. That's inappropriate. You can't grab
Same
people's
voice was
legs.
still in there somewhere. He was locked in a jail cell, but you can still hear him in the dungeon.
Yeah,
So I was watching Architect, and it was like, it played like 3 old songs that I really liked, like back to back. So then the third song started coming on. I was like, oh, I really, really like this song, so I want to watch it. And I got halfway through, and then all of a sudden, I just felt like this presence really close to the side of my face. Like, breath, like heated breath. And I turned and looked, and just Dylan stood there with his fucking shades on, like, ah, can we go now, please? And I was like, what? And then it went from, can we go now, please, to, we really need to go. So I was like, you right? And he was like, yeah, I'm having a whale of a time. I just can't sit on this floor any longer. I was like, come on, then, we'll go. And then it was just like, there was like, it seemed like for me anyway, it seemed like everyone had gone to watch Architects, so it was just like fucking way more people there than it had been all day.
Yeah.
It was like I was struggling to try and walk through the crowd, and I was like quite coherent, and I couldn't let Dylan go because I know as soon as he slipped out of my hands, he'd be disappeared and end up in a fucking medical tent.
He'd be there the next few days, lost.
Yeah, you just
I'm in a sea of people.
It just he'd been took away by the caravan, but you'd have just fucking gone. You'd just found him under the
I'm in a
kidney bar or
bubble.
something the
Someone
next
call
day.
my mum.
And it's just like, come on. And it's like holding him by the arm, and he was just like, it was like trying to guide a drunk person. So, you know, like when your friends have far too much and you're trying to like guide them to the toilet or get him into a door.
Yeah.
So, but it was like I was trying to get Dylan through
10,000 people.
50,000 doors.
50,000 dollars.
It was fucking hard. It was like,
I'm
he was
dragging this
so-
guy through fucking Takeshi's castle.
yeah, it was like, it was like trying to drag him through an advent calendar, but it was just door to door to door. Advent calendar mentality was. And then it was like,
And just so
as
you
soon as we
get
got
the
to
image,
camp, it was
I
like,
was just-
I don't know if the lights were out or something, because it was just really fucking dark, and I was like, fuck's sake, I can't lose him here. We've got this close, I can't lose him here. Yeah, it was, I didn't mind, it was quite fun.
just so you get the mental image of that, all I was wearing were my big mirrored Pit Viper sunglasses, a white shirt with a picture of Garfield the cat on that just said drugs. I got trapped in a fucking portal for 10 minutes. I was just in there going, ah!
Oh,
I need to veto pilled.
I
need to read Martin.
just stood outside his portal door, and his fucking bloke started speaking to me. He's like, I think there's something going on in that toilet. I was like, ask my friend. And he was like, friend, okay. And I was like, well, he's had a couple of mushrooms, and as long as he come to the toilet, I was, he started fighting with a cat or something in there. I was like, I thought I was going to have to go in there. And then the bloke went to the next toilet and was looking at the toilet cubicle, and he was the friend of the guy that I was speaking to. He was like, what the fuck's going on in there? And his friends had mushrooms, and then the fucking door burst open. Like, perfect image of don't do drugs. He's coming.
It's like that.
And he just comes all like gangly and wobbly over, and his friend puts his arm around him. He's like, "Are you having a good time?" He's like, "Mate, I am so having a good time." And it was just like, "Come on, we need to get away from these people," because he just wouldn't like stop talking to him, and because they were like, "Yeah, we've had no fun now. We want to go." And he was like, he just kept on and on and on. It was fucking nuts. It was a funny part for me was when I went for a piss. Did I tell you about the toilet though? I went for a
No,
piss.
go on.
Stood there pissing like that. And all of a sudden, when I looked down at the toilet had like run away from me by like 5 feet. And I started like shimmying after my dick out pissing, going, we're going to come back. And then I looked, there was a massive queue for the fucking long drops. So just these people there laughing. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? The toilet ran away from me when I was trying to piss. And like, we're going, come back.
What were you doing? Just walking backwards by mistake or something?
I don't know whether I thought I tripped that the toilet was there. And then I started pissing, and then when I looked, it had moved.
It's all your right.
Because I had walked forward.
Close enough.
I walked forward about 2 steps before I'd like got to the urinal. So I just stood back about a meter and a half, just pissing everywhere. I think I'm pissing the urinal. There's loads of people stood there. Everyone's seen my willy. I was just like, fuck, we're going.
Oh God.
So then, like, it was just stuck in my head, so I just pissed myself laughing, and all the way back to the tent. And then I was just having piss in the toilet, walked away from me. I just got up and had enough. Like,
Oh, but Rob, when you're on shrooms, shit is so funny.
yeah.
Like 4 hours, we laughed at the idea of a corgi called Wank Shed. You know, and just like
Screaming out the words wank shed.
the dog getting hit by a car, it's like, Wank Shed, no!
Yeah, and it's just not even that funny, is it? Like,
No, it's not. It's not. You tell someone afterwards, and it's like, yeah,
it's like everything you find funny when you're on that is
it turns you
like
into a toddler.
it's not. It's like one of them moments where you're telling somebody something really funny that happened to you and your friend, and it was just like it was when that's say it was one of them. You had to be their moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you had to be on that level.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, me and Nicky were sat there in the grips of fucking really in the grips of shrooms, like scared of the grass. There was a long period scared of the grass. And then our neighbour, and then our neighbour just popped their head out from the side of a tent. Like, I just popped their head out really quickly, and it was just the funniest piece of physical We got peekabooed, but
she just peekabooed us.
She peekabooed us, and we were howling, laughing for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a Scottish head with dreadlocks just went like, boop, and that was it. What was the other one we found really funny? And she said this phrase, right? And honest to God, it was like,
"Oh, I know karate."
She was telling us his story, and his Scottish accent was so thick. I just didn't have a clue what she was saying, and I was on shrooms as well, so I was just like, just did the story. And she jumps out the chair, she goes, "I know karate," like, all right. And honest to God, when she said it, it felt like she put her fingers through my skull into my brain and just gave my brain a little massage. It was the most like. It made all my senses go funny. She said it. I was like, that was amazing. Like, what spell was that? Honest to God, it was like a brain.
Like fucking Neo getting plugged back in the Matrix.
Honest to God, but it was just, I quivered and it just went, I quivered. I was like,
it's like an old romance novel. Oh, I quivered.
She poked her head through the tent. I quivered.
I did. I quivered. I was just like, and I said to her, she was talking to me, and I just had a clue what she was saying. I went, "Your accent is mental." And she went, "Okay, you think I fucking feel or something like that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, fair enough." Just me and the fucking two boys. I'm just going, like.
When me, you, and were fucking sat there. And I can't remember which one of you just said, "What are you thinking?" And I was like, "Do you really want to know what I'm thinking?" Oh, yeah. They're like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I want to put that Scottish girl in a suit with bare feet and have her kick the fuck out of me."
Yeah, that was it. We're just like, "What the fuck?" He's like, I know.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about her in a very nice, well-fitting 3-piece suit, barefoot, just kicking the fuck out of me. Sounds good.
His boyfriend, we gave him some, and we sat in the tent, and she started getting like.
Oh,
but she started getting not flighty, but like my mannerisms started getting a bit more aggressive.
Like,
yeah, she was like getting louder. And his empathy started coming through, and he was like, "Hey, stop shouting at the boys, Lou. They're nice."
Yeah, he immediately came on the same level as us.
Because why are you being so aggressive for? These boys are lovely. Stop it! You're telling it off for being a bit too much. Like
class. It was ages. I just sat there and I was like, "Look how fucking beautiful that chair is."
Yeah, it was a good chair. She wrapped me up in her fairy lights, and I was like, "This is a bit much. Can you get them off me, please?" And I tried to take them off, and I just started like pulling them down off the tent, and I was like, "Fuck it, hell! Oh, somebody take these lights off! The world's falling on me! Take these lights off me!"
Oh yeah, it's like
made on a corner now.
We'll see what that boy's up to. Yeah, man.
Pandora's box, yeah.
So our next plan for Ghoul Camping is 12th of October.
Have you thought that through, that date? It'll be fucking freezing.
Oh, so what? We'll have a fire.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
We'll have a fire and we'll be up most of the night. And I reckon all of us. Nick, Ghoul Camping on the 12th, yeah?
Of
October.
December.
Fuck, I'll go camping in the winter. I'll be glad.
Yeah.
October.
Well, you find a good place for us up in the valleys, because I overthought last time.
Oh yeah, we all just sat there like, why have we come so far down? We're just surrounded by mountains. We come so far west.
So I reckon we all just take my big tent. That's the only tent that needs to go.
Where do you want to go this month?
October.
You weren't taking a piss. You were being serious about October.
No, yeah, 12th of October.
No.
That's the only weekend all of us can do.
Okay.
George wants to come as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the one to come to Wings the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's boy, he is.
Yeah, he's enough.
So are you ready for your mystical journey on the 12th of October, Rob?
No, I've no idea what to expect, but I'm open to it.
It's fun. It's fun. And it's nice.
Fun.
It's not a problem at all. Like.
Yeah. It's I think with things like that, it's the company that's around you as well.
Yeah. I always wanted to do something with psychedelics. They always say unlock something in your brain once you start doing it.
Yeah. It's made me.
I'd always been scared of them, and then I tried Ket, and then all of a sudden it's just like, why haven't I done this?
It is a little bit being scared of it, but mostly it's just like I haven't known anyone who does it.
Oh no, I like getting scared. Like I like to scare myself. I mean, to scare myself. Like I'd like to like trip and put scary music on, or like
lock yourself in a basement and then do acid.
Yeah.
Now I'm filling with water. It's a good idea.
Yeah, like do acid and then just start like gutting a pig or something. It's dark, you know.
But you don't like it when I Willy Wonka you.
I know that's just yeah.
Wet Willy.
Oh, the Willy Wonka fucking soundtrack.
Horrible.
And I dress up like Willy Wonka with sunglasses, a jacket with tassels, and a top hat.
Too much. It's too much.
Turn you into a little fucking...
When we went camping, I was on about this dark atmospheric music I'd listen to go to sleep. So I was telling the boys about it, and I was like, "We find a trip for that." And Dylan was like, "Put it on." So put it on, and everyone just went quiet, and they were like, "What the fuck is this?" And Dylan just screamed out. He went, "Why is this music so scary? The psychopath falls asleep listening to this."
And it's like Silent Hill background music or something, was it?
Yeah, it's like and it was like.
It's like boss music.
Turn it off. Turn it off, boys, if you want. And he just went, "No, man, leave it on the vibe."
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It made everyone silent. When I was looking on, everyone just sat in the chairs like that. Just like eyeballing about, like looking at the sky and like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, this is cool. It's good, isn't it? Scott, did I go to bed? Yeah, I can't take it.
Yeah.
The sky's getting too close, and then you put that music on. I was like, this is too much. I'm off.
Oh yeah, man. We've had amazing times on it. It's just been great every time.
Yeah, it's the company you keep, and then like, because they're all on the same level as well. You know what I mean? You all find funny. It's good.
Yeah, we need a good camping spot. We do, like tucked out of the way, you know.
I know a good one up in the valleys. I haven't been here for years, but talk to you about it offcast.
Yeah, I think it used to be a place called Trecastle. It was right by the river, so it was kind of like where we went before. Like that type of like, you know, brooky type river. Out of the way, but not too out of the way, you know. If you're gonna go somewhere, ideally, we can park and then just not have like an hour's fucking hike into the woods or anything like that.
Oh yeah, that'd be class.
An hour's hike into the woods.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it helps you think more clearly after doing psychedelics or more creatively?
It's made me nicer and much more empathetic.
Yeah.
It's like it has.
I feel like I got. Sorry, go on.
When I done DMT in camp and that, like, changed my mindset for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they call that the ego death. And DMT.
Ego death is when you completely lose your body and your sense of being, so you're completely gone. You know.
Yeah. So I had that, and it just as soon as I'd done it and shut my eyes, a voice came in my head, and it wasn't mine. It wasn't a voice that I knew. It was just a voice, and the only words it said was either "Don't take yourself so seriously" or "Don't take life so seriously." It was something like that. And it's just as soon as that was said, I just thought to myself, "Fucking hell, I needed to hear that." And then
everyone who does DMT says that same thing.
And then it just went woof, like all the colours and fucking all the voice and the shapes and stuff like that. It was that's all it was. It was a voice. It was like I didn't see anything. Like people have said, they've seen an angel. You know what I mean? They've seen a person or figure. It was nothing. It was just a voice. Couldn't tell if it was a man's voice or a woman's voice. It was just a voice.
Yeah, loads of people report stuff like that, like, because they always say don't take life so seriously. Or they start pointing at you, and you kind of know internally what they're saying without even speaking. And it's like, It
was I did ketamine before I did Bloodstock. I done loads of it, and I opened my eyes, and my grandfather was there, like looking at me. So Zordon from Power Rangers, that face, in the tube. It was that. So it's just this black and white head.
He must assemble 4 other Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's just this black and white head looking at me, and he used to do his thing. Right? If we told him he'd done something stupid, or we told him a stupid story, he just used to shake his head and go. That would be his answer. And I just looked up, and I just seen his big fucking black and grey head, and he was just going. Just had to be like he was disappointed that I didn't care about it. And I was just like, "Fuck, that's mad." And it's just like shaking your eyes and then open again. It's gone. Like, you know, it's just
the first time I did ketamine. Like, I saw, heard, and felt the presence of my dead friend. Like, and it was. I'd class it as like a religious experience because it was really, really intense, really intense.
I didn't have like when I did the DMT. I didn't have like.
You've got to do
a religion. I wouldn't have said for me it wasn't like a religious experience. Like people have said they've done it and they've turned to fucking God and they become Buddhists and all that. It was just like, you know, my internal dialogue or the little fucking bird on my shoulder just said, "Fucking chill out for a bit."
Yeah, I've never had any like, never heard anything. I've just had mad intense visuals on DMT. Just really fucking intense.
That's what I said, innit? You lot turn into shapes. Your entities turn into shapes. And it just felt really bad at the time because Pete's was circles. And I didn't want to say anything at the time when I seen the shapes because I was like, everyone's going to take a piss out of it. Fat man's 2 big circles. That's really the gives me empathy. I was like, don't say that because I don't want to get picked on. Like, we all love doing it. We all love picking on him. And the next day, it was just like, Pete, you become a big round circle, man. So everyone could laugh.
What was it? Adam started calling him the snowman, like.
Big Hero 6.
Yeah, so it was like literally like Dylan was 2 squares. So it was like his head was square and his body and his legs were square. And then
what do you mean? Like, was he just a blank square? Was like a Minecraft square? Like
no, nothing. Like it was him, but he was square.
Like a black square with a white border or something.
No, just like I knew it was him. I didn't open my eyes and go, "Oh my god, there's 3 shapes here." I knew who was each shape. Even if they'd have got up and switched chairs, I would have still.
That's cool.
So all distinctive features and everything were still there, but they were just in a square or in a triangle or in 2 circles. So they were on top of each other. So it was like 2 circles on top of each other, 2 triangles, like a smaller one, a bigger one, smaller square, bigger square.
I went into the fucking cheap 80s tinsel dimension. Everything looked like those fucking cheap foil Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
Like a social club stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to clean up the working man's club after you had a birthday party, and like,
Yeah.
where's all this fucking glitty tinsel come from? Or you go to the school cupboard and find the old Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right, boys, I gotta go and put this child of mine to bed.
That's good, man. Nice chatting to you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to be back.
Fuck guy. Back in the swang of the thang.
Yeah.
Nice one, gents.
We'll do another one next week, and we'll have some more Bloodstock stories, Andrew.
Yes. Yeah, sounds good.
More. Fuck me. I thought you fucking filled up there.
Oh, that's just bits and pieces of the day.
Jesus,
It'd be
right.
like other things that were said and did. And
I knew there was a protein bar incident on the bus, but that's anything I know extra.
oh no, I was going all about. I sorted out that head. I started spinning out.
All right, let's call this one, gents. Thanks very much.
You know.
Guys.